Hey guys, today I'm talking about why I chose to become a certified sex addiction therapist and really focusing in on the why there, not the how. May do another how video later on, but I'm just going to explore why I chose to do this. What was it about sex addiction that really spoke out to me that I wanted to become a therapist that works with that type of thing? So if you're interested in that topic, this video is for you, and stay tuned. So like I said before, I want to focus in on the why, not really the how. I can talk about the how in another video later on if that's what you guys want. But why did I choose to become a sex addiction therapist? To be honest, when I first heard about it, it's not even something that I've really even necessarily even thought about. But when I first heard about it, it kind of scared me. Wow, really, what would it be like to actually work with someone who has a sex addiction? It seems kind of intimidating. It's just not something that's normal or typical. And I think most therapists kind of feel this way when they're not really experienced or trained to work with sex addiction. It just kind of scares them. They're unsure what to do, what to say. And there's definitely a lot of procedures and techniques and just, I could go on and on about the task model and different things, but it is intimidating and therapists may feel uncomfortable with it. So that's why, if you have a sex addiction or you know somebody with a sex addiction, it's really important that you get with somebody that's trained. And me going into the training, it just opened up my eyes to what people actually struggle with. There's people that are so addicted they can't get up from the computer most of the weekend, or they can't turn away their phone. They can't stop sleeping with prostitutes. All of those things may sound extreme, but it's what people actually struggle with, and you may never know. It may be your next door neighbor. It may be the person down the road. It may be a friend of yours that you would never guess would be struggling with it, because it's easy to hide, especially with the age of the internet and just, pornography being a click of a button away on your phone, right? You could pull it up in 2 seconds. And the statistics are just really strong to conclude that, a lot of people look at pornography. They look at different things. I mean, OnlyFans has blown up over the past, year and a half. And so many people are just getting wealthy on it, right? For the people who are making the content, and just the people are eating it up and can't get enough. And so, like anything, I usually say anybody can become addicted to anything. Phones. People are addicted to their phones right now. Video games, food, you name it. So why does sex addiction have to be in this different category and so controversial that, it's like, oh, well, okay, you're not having sex right, or you're not sex positive enough. I'm not knocking those fields. I'm not saying anything's wrong against that. I actually do a lot of that work myself, because I think it's important not to just kind of point out like, oh, you have an addiction, so this is something that you have to work on and you're this horrible person. A lot of the work that I do is working with people to just see sex in a different way and to have healthy behaviors when it comes to sex, not just treat sex as this bad thing. It's not. But you need to learn how to control these urges that have maybe been instilled for a long time. So it's really important, have the training. And when I got the training, it was really something that opened my eyes. I went into the first mod of 4 with the International Institute of Trauma and Addiction Professionals, ITAP. I went into the first mod just thinking like, man, I don't know if I'm going to actually do this, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to see. And even after getting home from that, because I had to go to Florida, after getting home from that, it was still scary. I'm like, I don't know if this is for me. I'm not sure. But I'm glad I did it, because I've helped a lot of people overcome stuff since then. And it's been an interesting journey. So I just wanted to share a little bit about, why I did this. Obviously, it's not the whole story, but I think it's really important to just have all of the things factored in when you're thinking about something like this. And don't just pass judgment on something because you think it's this way, or really do the research, really get into trying to understand it on a deeper level. And that's what I did. I tried to understand this, and it's really been something that I've just been able to help a lot of people with it. You know, I mean, in my history, I think I also have to acknowledge, like, I have a personal connection to this too. When I was younger in high school, definitely could even say I had a pornography addiction. You know, it is something I did literally every day. And it was a lot of work to overcome that. So, like, I really do understand on a deeper level what it's like to struggle with some of this stuff and the grasp that it holds on you. So it may not be a full sexual addiction, maybe pornography addiction, which, yes, they are different, but similar, I guess, you know. So it's something that, you know, unless you're that person, you know, don't pass judgment on what it is or what it isn't. You know, if somebody's addicted to sex or porn, then that's their struggle, and it's best to support them. You know, not everybody's going to have the same struggles. Some people do need to get in with a sex positive therapist or go into sex therapy, which is that. But some people really do need some structure, and they need a task model, which is what we work on primarily with, and just to commit to just working on this from an addiction standpoint. So that's my spiel. Just gonna, you know, talk to you guys and just be honest and raw, because I really just feel like I needed to. But if you liked what you heard and you're more interested to know more about what my thoughts on sex addiction are, just in general, then subscribe to the channel. You know, click that subscribe button and follow my page, because I'm going to be talking more about this stuff, not in a creepy, weird way, not in a just uncomfortable way, but I think it's something that needs to be heard, because people struggle with this and they're not talking about it. They're just not. People don't like talking about this stuff. And I get people that come and schedule a session, and there's just so much shame and guilt with talking about it, and they're just filled with it. And so I really think it's important to just put this kind of stuff out there. And so, like I said, subscribe to my channel, follow, like, and I want to hear more. If this is not something that you agree with necessarily, then, you know, okay, you have a right to your opinion, but just know, like, there is stats backing this, there is research backing this, and you know, everybody's going to have a different viewpoint. So I'm not here to make everybody happy. I'm here to share what I believe is important, and this is what I believe is important working in this field, because not many therapists really want to do this kind of thing. So hit that subscribe button. I want to do more of these in the future, and I'm going to be talking about more specific topics. So see you on the next one.